When you lose your wife, the goal is not to win her back. The goal is to win back the relationship with yourself that you lost, winning back your dignity, your integrity, your morality, your valor, winning back a healthy relationship with you. It's creating a man that's worth pursuing. How many people think they got to play games with their wife to win her back? And what, create a power struggle in a relationship based on codependency? Why would you ever want to create that? You got to create a man that's worth pursuing. A leader who, when he puts his head on the pillow at the end of the night, he sleeps with a clear conscience, knowing that he lives above reproach. He's not chronically breaking character. He's not feeling regret or remorse or shame and guilt. That he's created standards in his life. You know why so many wives are so upset with their husbands? Is because they look in his eyes and they're like, how could you tolerate this from yourself? And I see so many guys in the comment section all the time. They're like, oh yeah, well, it's women. You know, the problem is with women. And bro, you know what the problem is? Is that women end up in those situations because of lack of strong men in their lives. So are you part of the problem or are you part of the solution? Because wherever you go, there you are. Guys think, oh, it's just a temporary thing and I could get somebody else. Your plan B is an escape hatch. Because wherever you go, there you are. And then you end up in the same exact dynamic 2 to 3 years later. Why? Because you didn't have clarity, you didn't have discernment, you didn't crystallize a vision early on amidst your marital problems to discover what the real issue was, so that you could guarantee you would never be in that situation again. Would you ever enter a business deal like that? Would you ever enter a business transaction like that? Would you ever enter a partnership like that? Would you ever try a joint venture with somebody without knowing what's worked, what hasn't worked, and what you need to do to make sure this thing succeeds? That's like the epitome of self-sabotage. Assuming that the external, that somebody else, is a determining factor about whether or not you're healthy. Look, I don't care what state your marriage is in. If you need to walk away because there's infidelity and adultery, if you want to stay with your wife, if you want to realize you're in the middle of a divorce, if you're currently separated, none of that matters in terms of you investing in you to come out a better man. Because on the other side of this, you have two outcomes. Actually, you have three. Continue down the road you're on and continue to get more of what you already had. Number one. Number two, improve your emotional intelligence, work on your mindset, your conflict resolution, your communication skills, and join a brotherhood that's going to push and pull you in the right direction for you to become unstoppable, relentless, unbreakable, and you save your marriage. Or all those things I just mentioned happen, you become the man that you admire and aspire to be in every area. You are an undoubtedly strong leader. Your character's flawless, your integrity's intact, and maybe you don't save your marriage, but you walk away with a clear conscience, knowing you did everything you could to save it, A, and B, knowing exactly why the marriage didn't work out, having total clarity about why that happened, and then deploying that wisdom, that knowledge into your future so that you have discernment about making sure you're never in that situation again. But my question is, why would you ever think that there's any other option other than working on yourself? Because if everybody around you was so negative and they're the problem, my question is, what is your part in that? Because you could point the finger, it doesn't matter what it is. My question is, what leaves you susceptible to that type of relationship? What leaves you susceptible to that type of environment? And what has that environment done to you over the years? If it's bringing out the worst in you, then we know it's not bringing out the best in you. So why wouldn't you want to get around a bunch of people who are going to bring out the best in you to make sure that the situation you're in is an opportunity to learn and grow instead of an opportunity to just try to do something else or sweep it under the rug? We use adversity to learn and grow. We don't look at adversity as a negative thing. If you had a problem in your business, you would analyze that and you would learn and grow from it, right? So why wouldn't you do that in your marriage?